Guys, welcome to another day of Figure 4 Arcade.
Another day.
Another day. Episode 14? 13, 14?
Technically 15, but
Technically 15.
because last week's hiccup and fiasco.
Yep. So the video essentially got eaten.
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 That's what I said, eaten. So, crazy week. We had Crown Jewel.
Mm-hmm.
We had Crown Jewel. We had a...
Which people still think it was actually pretty good. I still don't think it was good. I still stand by what I said before.
And then we had all the people who did go to Crown Jewel. They got their flights delayed.
Okay, before we continue, I still think Crown Jewel is a glorified house show. And Vince not getting his money obviously affected everybody else.
Oh, yeah.
Which I'm segueing way back into the...
Okay, gotcha. So we had delayed travel for most of the superstars.
Delayed my butt.
So,
It wasn't delayed. It was delayed by Vince and his greed. Because they weren't paying him his money.
Mm.
So it was something that Vince did, I guess, because the Saudi, I guess the prince or whatever the headline was.
The Prince of Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Wasn't paying him or whatever. I guess he did something. I forgot what he said. It was something stupid. It was something very, 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 very stupid. So the Saudi prince held them back. Let me see if I can find the actual story. Make sure it's the right story. I'm not just giving you, misinformation.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to give misinformation. So apparently, where was it? Both. So this is pretty much the update is that WWE was owed money from the Saudi authorities, and then which made Vince, cutting live feed of Crown Jewel at Saudi Arabia. That's what happened. That's what happened. He cut off live feed of the pay-per-view because they didn't pay him the rest of the money. I guess Saudi Arabia wasn't paying him.
That's
no
bueno.
So in response to this, the prince weren't allowing talent to leave Saudi Arabia. So those were the delays, but that's the update that Wrestle Talk and all those other guys are getting, and that I've been peeping at on Twitter and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do you feel about that?
That's ballsy for the prince to do that. It's
Mm-hmm.
ballsy for the prince to push or to prevent the talent from leaving.
It's his country, remember?
It is his country, I know, but
He can do whatever he wants, apparently.
it's still ballsy. I'm not saying that he's not wrong. I think he's wrong, but it's ballsy to do that.
I don't think. Are you even allowed to do that?
Yeah.
Like no, to withhold people from leaving the country.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man,
You're a country has the ability to prevent people from coming in,
right?
and from leaving.
So they were screwed from the get-go. So,
but because of that, Smackdown was amazing.
Smackdown was actually really good, and sadly to say, it's the only time it's gonna be good.
I don't think so.
It's
the
only time it's gonna be good.
I don't think so.
I don't care.
We have till Survivor Series. So
I
let's
get
see. Let's see.
I get that
what
Vince was
happens.
the one who. I get that Vince was the one who pretty much let this all run. He let NXT run roughshod of SmackDown. Freaking Adam Cole beat Daniel Bryan to retain, no less.
That was interesting. But that was a phenomenal match.
Matt Riddle, Keith Lee came out and demolished Sami Zayn.
That was really funny.
Yeah, it was. It's actually a really good segment. There wasn't a lot of crap. There was no BS. All it was is a lot of trash talking and some wrestling. And we saw wrestling. I'm just like, wow, a whole 2 hours of wrestling.
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought it was good. And I think this is a C. And I've said this from day one.
But the only reason
I said this from day one. Once Crown Jewel is over with, we're kicking it into high gear. WWE is kicking it into high gear. The reason
it's only
why,
because it's Survivor Series.
The reason why. No. Not just because it's Survivor Series.
The Survivor Series is coming
It's
up.
not just because it's Survivor Series. The reason why is because you have different storylines that were started before the draft, before the split up. For example, Seth Rollins, The Fiend.
I don't care about Seth Rollins and The Fiend.
I'm
no
just
more.
saying.
That's over.
Hang on. That is a storyline. That was started before Crown Jewel.
That should have ended at Hell in a Cell.
It should have ended at Hell in a Cell, I agree, but it didn't. So, it ended in Saudi Arabia. I think now, with Crown Jewel over with, we're gonna hit the ground running.
I don't care.
That is my 2 cents.
The last time you said that, what happened?
I didn't say anything.
You had.
I said
You said
after
that before.
Crown Jewel.
No, you said that before for another pay-per-view.
No, I didn't say for any other pay-per-view after the brand splits.
It wasn't on this show. It was definitely before we started this show. But you said the same thing about a pay-per-view. I forgot which pay-per-view it was. I think it was after WrestleMania.
I think it was Hell in a Cell. No, it wasn't. No, because I knew that because they were still all on USA. So
I just knew it was a pay-per-view that he said that about. I'm like, okay, what happened the next week? Nothing. Nothing happened. I still expect nothing to happen. I only expect something to happen a little bit because Survivor Series is coming up. This was NXT's Survivor Series storyline thing. So I don't know if I expect to see Raw or SmackDown invade NXT. I don't really know what they're gonna do.
Maybe NXT invades Raw next week or
on
tomorrow.
Monday. So maybe, who knows? But Vince was the one who pretty much signed off on everything that happened, and it was influence from Triple H.
But not only that, SmackDown's ratings were very, very high this week
because it came out of FS1.
Because not only because it came out of FS1, but because
of NXT.
NXT was there.
But how much is it really NXT? Because if you want to go by viewers, NXT isn't doing good with viewers right now either.
Right, because you have it competing with AEW. So my thinking is, with Vince seeing now, hang on. With Vince seeing it now, SmackDown of NXT with SmackDown on FS1, it's skyrocketed. So maybe Vince is gonna go, okay, maybe we should have NXT on Thursday nights and not compete with AEW anymore.
They're not gonna put it on Thursday night because
people want to see NXT.
They still have another show to compete with on Thursday night. Tuesday night they can't do it because Impact is on Tuesday nights on Access now, which is great, by the way. You should watch Impact right now. Really good. But if we're really going off of viewers, I don't care about viewers. Viewers doesn't decide to show whether it's good or not. That's just how many people are watching TV that happen to be watching TV at that time. Those numbers mean something to business people, but it means nothing to anybody else. Unless you're a numbers guy and that's all that matters.
But it should matter, because if they don't get enough viewers, there goes the show.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying it only matters to the suits. Bro, NXT has right now currently on TV has the lowest between AEW, Raw, SmackDown, and
Yep.
whatever. NXT has the lowest number of viewers.
Yes, I know.
And it's the best show to watch. So tell me what's really more important here.
It's so. You mean like
Low number of viewers. Look, listen, a 2-hour show that's full of new up and comers in WWE. About last week, I think I got like 600 million, some crazy number, 600,000. I don't know. It was just some like real low number. I just know that it was really low. It was the lowest one of the week, of last week.
Okay.
And it's just the best show from beginning to end.
Okay.
Wrestling nonstop, action everywhere, great spots. Now you have Raw, 3-hour show, has a lot of viewers, a lot of viewers. But what have they done that's good? What's so good about Raw? Nothing's good on Raw. SmackDown, they have just about the same amount of viewers as Raw does, probably like 1 million less. But where's the good?
I understand, because Raw is more sports entertainment. It's not wrestling. Sports entertainment as
WWE as a whole is sports entertainment, man.
But Raw is more of a sports entertainment show. I'm going to give you this promo. I'm going to give you that promo. I'm going to give you this promo, and then I'm going to put some wrestling in between. SmackDown is more wrestling, and then promos in between, and then NXT is just all wrestling.
SmackDown has not done anything until Friday. Until Friday happened, SmackDown has not been good. It's all sports entertainment. WWE is all sports entertainment. It's all sports entertainment. WWE, it's entertainment. Period. All of it is. It's just that it took Triple H to actually do something different with NXT. It's like, it's not just entertainment, because they still wrestle. They're wrestlers, man.
I understand.
They still wrestle.
But what I'm saying is...
So NXT, I like NXT because it does away with all that entertainment crap. That's why even though it hurts to say it, I still have to put it in that category, because it's still WWE. WWE is pure just entertainment.
But what I'm saying is Raw is more of pops. So like, you have the crappy storyline between Bobby Lashley and Rusev. Absolute garbage storyline. But you have more pops with Raw than you do with SmackDown. You have more storylines on Raw.
What do you mean pops?
Promos, storylines that they have like promo matches instead of actual matches on Raw.
Well,
than on SmackDown.
Okay, that still doesn't change the fact that it still has a lot of viewers, and it's still the most ass show in.
It is absolute garbage. I agree.
It's the most. That's why I'm saying ratings are just.
Yes.
Are doo-doo. I don't care about ratings, and I feel bad for shows that go down because of that.
Look at what happened with WCW, right? WCW.
Oh no.
Kept losing viewers and losing views and losing viewers
because they were ass.
And
they started doing ass things.
Hang on. And because they got so low views, they had to cancel their show. They had to get bought out.
I understand that.
So
what
I'm saying is, in the aspect of looking at numbers. You have to.
Yes, I know that.
Yes.
Yeah, I know all of that.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I was countering with, even though they have the most viewers, WCW doesn't count because WCW shot themselves in the foot. The only reason...
Back up from the mic. Back up from the mic. It's like going off the wall.
So, I was countering with that because... Even though Raw and SmackDown have the most viewers for all wrestling shows, they're still ass. And that's why
I understand.
And I'm saying that because the show has to be canceled. So if NXT ever gets canceled because of that, it's bullshit. Because they actually were doing good. They were doing good things. Good stuff. People were watching it all the time because it was only on the network. people have access to the network because you pay for it.
Yeah.
It's an app you pay for.
Mm-hmm.
Now that it's on USA, they lost a lot of those viewers.
And it's
because
also
they can't
competing with AEW.
It doesn't matter because AEW is pulling in around the same numbers, probably like a million.
No, they're
like
they're pulling more than NXT.
Like what? Last time I saw, they were like a couple 100,000 up.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people, but they're still within the same realm. That's like last time I saw was like NXT was like 600,000, something like that.
Last one
AEW
was
was around
734,000 for
last week
for NXT, and then I think AEW was at like 1.13 or something like that. So, because AEW is fresh, it's new, it's happening, it's new,
starting.
It's new content.
It's new, but again, NXT is still a great show. And they did great stuff this week. They did some crazy stuff this week.
Mm-hmm.
AEW did some great stuff. SCU, AEW World Tag Team Champions. I popped.
That was good.
Popped hard
That was
for
really
that
good.
match. I really popped hard. Who else wrestled that night?
Sammy Guevara.
Yeah, Sammy Guevara versus Hangman Page.
Mm-hmm.
Good match.
That was good.
I was actually surprisingly good. I was like,
I liked how he jumped from the top rope, like he was going to do a big move and it just went, bah!
That was funny.
But
stay tuned because Hangman Page is gonna do cowboy shit. He said that on live television.
Okay.
He's like, I'm gonna do some cowboy shit. I'm like, okay.
I mean, he already came out on a horse once.
He's a cowboy. He's a good old country boy.
Oh my God.
He's a country boy.
Alrighty.
He's a big country boy. He's a big boy.
He's a big boy. Keith Lee's a big boy too.
But he's not a country boy.
No, but Keith Lee, he did that. What was it?
Moonsault
onto Sami Zayn. That was
off
so
the second
good.
rope.
Yeah, that was so good. And then he couldn't get up, so he just sat down.
It was all really good. It was just all really good. I'm just saying that SmackDown, like, don't be upset when SmackDown comes around next week. It's gonna be straight butt.
I don't think so.
Because their roster is back. They're going to be focusing on that. But who knows? Because they still have to focus on building up for Survivor Series. So they may retaliate. But I'm just saying, don't be surprised if it goes back to mediocre. Because it will.
I think.
And they've done it a million times.
I think after this, because I've said it on this channel before, after Crown Jewel, it's going to be smooth sailing.
I don't believe in smooth sailing with WWE. You're asking somebody to believe. You're asking me to believe in WWE.
I am not asking for you to believe.
You're asking people.
I'm having my belief.
You're asking everybody who doesn't believe in WWE anymore to believe in WWE. I am not.
That is my belief. I'm not.
You want to believe? No, you want to believe in WWE. You trying really hard.
I'm trying. No, just on SmackDown.
I don't believe in WWE. It hurts, bro. I don't believe in them, bro, because they will shoot themselves in the foot again. They did something good with Bray Wyatt. I don't know what they're gonna do with Seth. I honestly don't care. Seth has been in the limelight for like years. When was he that he won the Universal title? Was it like last year?
Oh God, he won it from Brock.
Last year, right?
Yeah. No, this year.
Hmm?
Yeah, this year.
April? Was it at WrestleMania?
So.
No, I think he won it at WrestleMania.
No, he won it at WrestleMania, and then he lost it, and then he got it again.
Who did he lose to?
Brock Lesnar.
Oh yeah, he lost it to Brock, and
then he won it back.
It's felt longer than that.
I know. That's because you're watching it for 3 hours and you're just like, I just want it to end.
It's because nothing has happened. The only thing interesting that's happened, and they jacked that up too, was the Fiend thing. They were doing so good. They were building him up so good. They had the match at Hell in a Cell. It's like, yeah. How do you not know that everybody wants the Fiend to win? And then you end it in a DQ in a Hell in a Cell match. You don't end a Hell in a Cell match in a DQ.
Vince probably wanted it for Crown Jewel because he's a crowd pleaser.
Then why do it at a
Hell in a Cell?
That was no. They booked
That was a bad idea. I agree.
No, now you're defending Vince. That was crap
I'm
booking.
not defending Vince.
That was crap booking.
I'm not defending Vince. I thought it was a terrible idea. I'm just telling you how I think his thought process was.
Vince doesn't have a thought process.
He does have a thought process. It's not very good, but he has a thought process.
Then it might as well not even be one.
He shouldn't be in control.
His thought process was having a
not my way. That's not my way of thinking. Like, he should not be in control. It should be Triple H. It should be Shawn Michaels.
His thought process.
They should be the top guys. They should be telling Raw and SmackDown what to do. And one day, God love it, we will get there.
Look, let me tell you Vince's thought process on everything. He writes it down, says it out loud, and you know what he says next after that?
Good shit.
That's good shit. That's his thought process.
I know, and it needs to change. It needs to be different.
I'm not saying that's for real. That's his thought process, but
yes,
but it's there. But aside from everything else, though, wrestling has just been getting better. Aside from WWE, well, aside from Raw and SmackDown,
everything's been getting good. I'm gonna start watching Impact because it's on
Tuesdays on Access.
Yep.
8:00. So
yeah,
I should watch last week's episode. This week's episode, and it was actually really funny. It was really good. It was really funny. They had to have some funny segments. They had a lot of great spots. Tessa Blanchard did something.
I want to see Tessa Blanchard wrestle. I haven't seen her yet.
I want to see her wrestle in person. I've seen a lot of her videos.
Yeah, I've seen. She also did an interview, which was really cool too.
If I can see her in person, that would even be better. That would be so much better. That would just top it off. Right now, she's blowing up on Impact, wrestling for the male title.
Yeah, which is insane.
I think they're setting her up for the male title.
Yeah, which Sami Callihan has the heavyweight right now, and he just
won it. He won it. I think he won it that episode.
And they have been in a feud for a little while.
Him and Tessa
Blanchard. Yep.
Yeah. I think she feuded with somebody else before that. I just can't remember who it was. But it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good. So I can't wait. Power Struggle was good. Freaking Hiromu Takahashi came back from injury. He got injured during last year's wrestling show at CEO. Dragon Lee, kind of on the back of his neck. I think it was
at CEO.
I think it was there.
Because that CEO was AEW.
No. Last year. The year
before
that.
Okay. Then yeah, no, I wasn't there for that.
I was. I think it was then.
You know who's injured now?
Who?
Xavier Woods.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's got a leg injury. He's gonna be out for a year.
We talked about it last episode.
Yeah, last episode, which got eaten.
You didn't talk about it the episode before?
No.
So the episode that doesn't exist.
The one that's in the ether.
Yeah. Yeah. He's taking it easy.
Yeah.
He's Professor Xavier now.
Yep. If you follow him on Instagram, it's at is it Austin Creed? No, it's Xavier Woods PhD. Yeah, Xavier Woods PhD. Hysterical, absolutely hysterical. He bought a piano.
He's doing a lot of
he's doing a lot stuff.
He's got a whole year.
A whole year.
Well, not really. If he's doing not recovery training, but
physical therapy.
Yeah, physical therapy and stuff like that. And I stay on it. He can come back a lot earlier than that. It happens. A lot of people can come back a lot earlier, but because it's an Achilles heel injury, I think it's an Achilles heel injury, or tendon. I forgot which one it was, but it takes a while to come back from those.
Lana posted on her Instagram too. She posted a picture of herself on a beach, and she was like, "If you could do one thing with me, what would you do?" And I commented on the video, and I was like,
"Let me guess, under the figure four."
Yeah. So what did you say? What did you think I said?
What did you say?
I was like, I would love to interview you for my podcast.
Just thirsting for this interviews, man.
Let's see if she responded.
Oh my gosh. But who was it? Lana?
What's that?
Oh, Lana. It was Lana.
Yeah.
Said? But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked.
She did not reply.
Of course she's not gonna reply. Of course not.
See? Oh well.
But
that's one person who didn't get back to me on Instagram.
So stupid. But Hiromu Takahashi's back.
Hey, you never know.
He's back. He challenged Will Ospreay for the junior heavyweight.
That's cool.
The IWGP junior heavyweight. So they're back. Kenta retained. Kenta retained. Jay White retained.
Jay White's fun to watch.
I think they're looking to make him double champ.
That'd be really cool.
We still have Chris Jericho came back to New Japan again.
Nice.
So he challenged Hiroshi Tanahashi for a match.
I saw that. Yep.
So that's gonna be good. New Japan, a lot of stuff is going on in New Japan. They crowned Roppongi 3K Super Tag League, Super Junior Tag League, but Bullet Club stole the trophies.
Oh dear God.
So it's good. New Japan has been doing good stuff too. So we might be in for a long ride. Man, NXT, Finn Balor's promo was the best promo.
It was good.
This man said, "I don't watch the business. The business watches me." I'm just like, man, where has this Finn been?
He's been under a rock on Raw and SmackDown. Oh, he hasn't been to SmackDown. Oh yeah, he has been to SmackDown.
Yeah, he was drafted to SmackDown.
He was just under a rock. They did not want to use him. He was in that high mid card level, but that's about it. It's very sad. Very sad. I am so happy.
The point that
I'm so happy he went to NXT.
The fact that he went back to NXT and he's doing better there says a lot.
I'm so excited that he's back
in
NXT.
I'm really excited, man. What even happened on Raw? I don't even remember. I just know they closed off Raw with a stupid segment.
It was The King's Court.
Yeah, I'm
hosted by Jerry Lawler. And they changed King's Court to Divorce Court. Oh my God.
It was terrible. It was like the worst thing I've ever seen. I'm just like, this is what you close with?
Rusev cheated on me. That's my favorite. It's my favorite. Like, if you could turn anything into a GIF. If you could turn anything into a GIF, it would be of Rusev's face, and he just looks at the camera and he goes, "What?"
Rusev cheated on me.
What? Beautiful. Beautiful. So he goes, "What? I would never." And he goes, What do you mean I cheated on you? And he goes, and Lana goes, "Well, Bobby Lashley told me." She gave like probably 4 or 5 examples as to why he cheated, why she is gonna leave him, because he's a sex addict and he wants sex everywhere. Cause
that was the one that stuck with everybody because he wants sex all the time. I'm just like,
because. What was another one? Because you cheated on me. Of course, and then he goes, Bobby Lashley. She goes, Bobby Lashley. He goes, Bobby Lashley told you that I cheated on you? And she goes, yeah, of course he told you, of course he told me that. And of course he's telling the truth. He's Bobby Lashley. He always tells the truth. So is his name now going to be the almighty truth teller, Bobby Lashley? So she gave like 4 or 5 reasons why, and it was absolute carnage. It was terrible. But the thing that I liked is he beat up Bobby Lashley, took the ring, took his wedding band and put it in his mouth, and then beat the tar out of him, and I was like, "Great! This is the way you end it." Perfect.
This was Lashley.
This was no.
This was Rusev.
And I was like, "This is."
He
perfect.
still got low blowed though.
Oh, hang on. I was like, "This is perfect. This is how you end it. Where's the end credit scenes? Where's the next thing?" And then it was like, "Oh yeah." Bam! 2 low blows. 2 low blows from Bobby Lashley to Rusev. And I was like, damn it! Why? Why can't Rusev just have this one win? Why? Why? Just Rusev, please. Why? Nothing.
I'm leaving it at that. I just don't care. But I just don't remember anything else before that. I just like Raw wasn't even. They had a great match between. I know they had a great match. Somewhere in there, I just can't remember.
Another Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair thing.
That was pretty good. That match at Crown Jewel was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it was good.
It was actually really good. A lot of good spots. Again, I'm definitely not gonna talk about that women's match. Everybody knows what happened there.
On what?
On Crown Jewel. Yeah.
Crown Jewel.
Talking about that bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about that bottle that was thrown at Nat, and I think Lacey Evans too.
I didn't notice.
Yeah, there were some people in the crowd throwing
stuff. Damn, that's terrible. I knew Lacey Evans broke her character, and she started hugging and kissing people.
That's why I didn't like it.
And then
I didn't like it.
She was crying in the ring while she gave Nat a hug.
Like, I understand it was like a very first time thing for
like
women, for those 2 women, but when you...
But that's not the first time 2 women fought in Saudi Arabia. No.
Yes.
Last year, Crown Jewel, it was Alexa Bliss and...
That wasn't at Saudi Arabia.
Then where was the other one? Where was the other Crown Jewel?
That was at,
Jeddah. That was in Jeddah.
That was a house show. Somewhere else. Not Saudi Arabia.
It was...
That was completely somewhere else that they did that. It wasn't Saudi Arabia.
All right.
If that was true, WWE would be... I mean, well, WWE... It's not far from them to be doing something stupid like that, but... No, it's legitimately the first time 2 women were allowed to wrestle in Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
It was somewhere else that they had, but it was like a house show.
It was like somewhere overseas?
Yeah. It was somewhere over there. That women are allowed to wrestle, just they have to wear, I think...
Full gear.
Long sleeve things, t-shirt, that crazy stuff. It's just in Saudi Arabia, it wasn't allowed, period, for women to compete. So it was the first time the 2 women...
That's awesome.
It was awesome. I just didn't agree with the match, the people chosen for it. Although it's a first for them, and I'm happy for them. But as a wrestling fan, that match is just not good between Nat and Lacey Evans. I mean, like...
Because we've seen it 1,000 times?
Because they did it 3 times, and it just didn't work. And it's... You're not going to buy me into it just because it's a first-time deal thing. I feel bad for saying that, but just because it's like it's a first women's time thing, it's like you're still not buying me into this match. This match doesn't work. I don't agree with this match. Well, I don't know why you guys even went with the match. It's beyond me. Maybe because you wanted to give Lacey that first time ever thing. Okay, cool. That's awesome, but I'm really proud. I'm proud of them, but that match is still ass.
I've said this on the show before. I am not a fan of Natalya.
I like Natty.
I don't. The whole time she's wrestling, she's getting punched in the face right afterwards.
What?
She doesn't sell.
Yes, she does.
She didn't sell during this match. After this match, I don't like it.
I just don't think the match between Natty and Lacey Evans is good. But aside from that, though, congratulations to women being able to wrestle in Saudi Arabia, one step at a time. Obviously, you're not gonna win everybody over because people are still stuck in their ways.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the water bottles were thrown. Yeah. Because some people are still don't want to believe.
Mm-hmm.
So that ends that. But now that Bray won, he's Universal Champion. He's not moving to Raw.
No.
He's staying on SmackDown.
Brock is going to Raw.
Is the logical choice. Right now, it's Rock quit SmackDown. That's official storyline. He quits. He quit SmackDown. It's whether he's gonna go. So is he gonna go to Raw? That's pretty much what the question is right now.
I heard that he was slated to go to Raw.
It's like It's like the most logical conclusion to come to. I'm like, oh, he's going to Raw. I'm like, if Bray Wyatt's gonna stay with the Universal title and SmackDown, then they're gonna move the WWE World Heavyweight to Raw. I'm like, it's simple math. Apparently they're gonna introduce a new title. I don't know if the picture that they have up is actually the new one, or if this is the old one that he had when he was Bray, when he was still the cult leader. Because it looks like. I
mean, he posted it 2 days ago.
Yeah, but it looks like the original one that he had the custom one made up for him when he was WWE champion a long time ago.
A long time ago.
When he was WWE champion once.
Irrelevant.
So it's kind of scary.
It's a beautiful title, though.
Oh no, it says Universal title on it.
Yeah, and like I said, he posted it 2 days ago.
Yeah, so it looks like that is a title for SmackDown. I don't know how to feel about that. Cause it looks like it's something catered to him though.
It does, because it looks very like a bird in the back of the W.
Yeah.
I'll show it above us so you can see it too, but yeah, it looks like a bird.
Yeah, so
oh, that belt looks dope.
Like, it looks pretty cool, but I don't know if that's really the design they're gonna be using for. I don't know if that's the design they're gonna be using for it, legitimately, or if they're actually making a new one. So we really gotta wait until Friday to see what this title looks like, what it will officially look like on SmackDown. If it's just like a belt color swap, then I'll just be upset. I'm like, come on, give me a whole new title.
Make it interesting.
Yeah, give us a whole new title, please.
Yeah, that'd be really, really cool.
So, we'll see. We'll see what happens on Monday. Or, I mean, not Monday, but Friday on SmackDown. But Full Gear is almost around the corner, though. Yeah.
That's good.
Full Gear is almost around the corner.
Yes. November 9th.
No, I think it's November 9th. No. No, not
7th.
Is it?
It's right here, dude. It's right here.
But Full Gear's almost up. We still haven't. So they're gonna have John Moxley and Kenny in an unsanctioned match. Win-loss record does not count. Does not go to your win-loss record. This match does not go to win-loss record.
Is that for all unsanctioned matches, or is it just for this one?
I think when they were establishing that, they were establishing
the rules.
Yeah, for the unsanctioned matches. Yeah, it's not win-loss record. It's not gonna it's not gonna count to your win-loss record.
Dope.
So
you have Cody versus Jericho. For the AEW heavyweight.
Ooh, that contract signing.
That was good.
They broke Dustin Rhodes' arm off. And Jericho was like, "Happy Halloween. You should probably take him to the doctor." I'm like, wow, man, this guy, Chris Jericho's the best.
Oh, he's so funny.
He's the best. And then what else? What was another match?
He's the GOAT.
Hangman versus Pac.
Oh, Pac is dope.
Good.
Pac is awesome.
Young Bucks versus LAX. Santana and Ortiz.
But they're not considered LAX.
Well, they're LAX still until further notice.
Until they come up with a name. The Inner Circle.
That's the whole stable.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. The Inner Two.
No. No. No.
Just no.
No. But oh man, it's gonna be good. Then my girl, Shida Hikaru. She's such a good wrestler. She beat Shanna, which Shanna just actually signed a 3-year contract with AEW. So she's now an AEW wrestler. Shanna.
Nice.
Just great. What do you? So I've been thinking about this. Finn Balor going up against Johnny Gargano, and I felt like it was gonna happen. I knew it was funny because when he attacked him first, I was just like, oh no, there's gonna be a feud between Johnny and Finn. And then we're gonna get Tommaso Ciampa versus Adam Cole for the NXT Championship. I was really hoping for Finn Balor versus Adam Cole for the NXT Championship, but I guess what they want to do is kind of like, I think they want Finn Balor to either put over Johnny or just kind of like put each other over. Right. I really don't know, but I just know.
Hey, I think it's gonna be great.
I just know this match is gonna. Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great match. It's gonna be great wrestling going around everywhere. So, but like, why not go straight for the NXT Championship?
Because he wanted to turn heel.
I know, no, not that, but like, why not send him straight to the?
Oh, straight to the top. You don't want to show favoritism.
I mean, he's already the favorite.
He's already the favorite, but you don't want to show favoritism to everybody else. He has just come back, so why are we going to give it to him right away? You know what I mean? So I think he needs to fight for it. I think he needs to fight.
Well, he's got to fight for it, but I'm just saying
he needs to fight other top guys to get that right.
But why not put him towards that road?
You have the top guy. The top guys were in the ring when he turned heel.
That's
the top
true.
guys for NXT were in the ring. So that's my 2 cents of it. I think he's gonna go for the NXT, but it it has to be the right time. You can't show favoritism. Vince already does that.
But I'm just saying though, I'm like, sometimes I knew they were gonna go for it. I don't know if it's the right choice, but I can't really say it's not either, because Finn is just coming back. Johnny Gargano is, despite not being the NXT champion anymore, he's still the face of the company.
Exactly.
He's still the face of that brand.
Mm-hmm.
It's just in conflict because I really want Tommaso Ciampa to win again.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, no, now I want Finn to win because that's going to be a good reign.
Tommaso Ciampa versus The Miz. That match was good too. It was good.
It was good.
It was good. It wasn't phenomenal. It wasn't great.
It was a lot of back and forth.
But it was good.
A lot of good selling going on in there between the both of them. They were both selling.
Yeah.
And there wasn't this like bout of like somebody getting worked over either.
Right.
It was just back and forth. Nobody was getting worked over until the end. I'm like, wow.
Even though The Miz lost, I don't think he really lost because he held his own. You know what I mean? They put him over as well as putting Tommaso Ciampa over.
I think the ones that I think the ones that really lost was Fire and Desire.
That was bad. Rhea Ripley is amazing. Now, yeah.
I can't say any much more about Rhea Ripley than what's already shown on TV and what's already out there. She's amazing. I don't have to say any more.
Kayla Braxton.
What about her?
She was the one who was announcing this week.
Mm-hmm.
So when it was the Fire and Desire match, and Dana Brooke and Charlotte, no, not Charlotte, Dana
Carmella.
Brooke and Carmella were getting beaten up by
Bianca Belair.
Bianca Belair. Rhea Ripley came out and Kayla Braxton goes, and their opponents, Kayla and Rhea Ripley, and I was like, what? And then Rhea Ripley goes, well, since your opponents just got beaten up, I guess we'll be your opponents tonight. And I'm just like, Kayla, like in my brain, I'm like, Kayla, don't say anything. Don't say that that's their opponents, because then it goes as like it was meant to be that way. You could just introduce them, Rhea Ripley, and I can't.
I'm trying to remember if I remember hearing that.
I'm terrible with names. I'm great with faces. Who is Rhea Ripley with?
Tegan Knox.
Tegan Knox.
And they spelled her name differently too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because she's a big Kane fan, and he's the mayor of Knoxville, Tennessee right now.
Gotcha.
So.
Oh, that's true. So, yeah, she was like, and their opponents, Rhea Ripley and Tegan Knox, and I'm like, but their opponents were Carmella and Dana Brooke, not them. And then Rhea Ripley announces, "Oh, we're going to be your opponents tonight." After Kayla Braxton already announced that they're going to be.
Really? Are you sure?
I'm 100% positive because I was absolutely confused. So, yes.
I have to rewatch that because I don't remember Kayla Braxton saying anything.
Yep.
But I have to rewatch that then.
Yep.
I just know that crowd really sucked too. The crowd sucked ass.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like WWE crowds. They didn't know how to feel about NXT. I'm like, how do you guys not?
They did chant a few times NXT.
But it was like a few people, man. Like that whole crowd was so deflated. I'm just like, go home and watch NXT. Stop watching Raw and Smack. Stop going to these events. No, I'm not gonna tell. I'm not gonna tell you to stop going to those events. just watch NXT, please.
Yeah.
Do yourself a favor. Watch actual wrestling, not the soap opera drama that's going on.
Once Triple H takes over WWE as a whole.
What makes you so sure that even Triple H is gonna take over?
Once Vincent McMahon dies, he's gonna give it to somebody.
I honestly believe that he's not setting up this company to leave with anybody.
So once he dies, it dies with him.
Once Vince dies, the whole company dies. That's what I firmly believe.
That is a terrible idea.
I'm not saying it's a good one, and it's definitely a bad one. And I'm pretty sure Vince is like this. This is my belief. I really don't think he has it set up where the company's gonna go to somebody else. I firmly believe it is not. This company's gonna go down with him to the grave. NXT is gonna be WWE. I will stand by that.
I hope not.
I mean, I hope that's not true. I'm like, I hope this man has somebody to give the company to, and Triple H is honestly the logical choice in all this.
Just don't give it to Shane.
Shane's got his own thing going on though.
Stephanie.
I don't know what if Stephanie McMahon even wants to run the company, but I think Shane has his own thing going on. He doesn't. I don't think he wants to run the show.
Triple H is the best.
It's the logical choice.
It's the best choice.
It's the best and most logical
or
choice.
Us.
No, not me. I can't. Don't ask me to book because I'll book ridiculousness. But Triple H is the best and the most logical choice to take over WWE.
Because he's doing an amazing job in NXT.
He's doing an amazing job. Yeah, he's doing pretty good. He still says some off-color things sometimes. Not bad, but he's just like, whoa. You know, like how Seth Rollins has been saying some off-color things on social media. I'm just like, he needs to calm down. But I'm telling you, WWE's gonna go down with Vince.
I hope not. I hope not.
It's gonna go down with Vince.
I hope.
But oh man, games.
Let's segue into video games.
Games. I still have 4 more days for Death Stranding.
So what are you doing in those 4 days?
I'm still playing Call of Duty.
Nice.
And actually playing the Neo 2 beta. The Neo 2 beta is out for like the next couple days. I don't know when it's gonna go down, but I've been playing it. It's been pretty fun. It's actually really good. It's looking like a day one purchase for me. For March, it comes out in March. but I may not even play it because I'll be busy with Final Fantasy March 3rd.
True.
So, but day one of Death Stranding, technically day one probably for me is gonna be Thursday night.
Thursday, which
Yeah.
is the 7th.
7th. So I'm pretty sure my game store is gonna be doing an early release of the game. So I'll probably pick up my copy, boot it up, install it, get everything rolling, and then probably just start streaming that night and just not even go to sleep because I don't go to school on Friday. So
I don't believe in sleep.
oh, I believe in sleep. I love sleep. I need it. I want it.
I want it.
I want it. But yeah, I'm streaming that day one on my Twitch account, and then I'll be editing and posting the video on the YouTube channels as I go along, which I need to do because I did Bloodborne Spoopy Edition on Halloween night.
Spoopy.
I did like 2 hours. I think like a 2-hour play.
Nice.
Yeah, like it was a blind playthrough. Like I booted up my save load. Basically, I didn't know where I was. I don't know what I have. I don't know what I'm doing.
How long has it been since you played Bloodborne?
Years. It's been years.
My God.
Years. So, I mean, I got past Amelia and stuff. I beat a couple bosses. Because I was doing co-op with a bunch of other friends. So, like, that's how I got farther in the game. Then I decided to, you know what, let me do, instead of Luigi's Mansion 3, which I have too, by the way. I haven't started it yet. But I did the Spoopy edition for Bloodborne. It was a good night. It was a good night. A lot of dying.
No, it's so dope.
It's Bloodborne. I expect
What do
it.
you expect?
I fully expect it. If I don't die, something's wrong with the game. So
Okay.
but I'm definitely excited for Death Stranding. I'm just like, I don't care for anything else right now until I play this game. I'm just playing Call of Duty until that time comes around.
Gotcha.
And then man, I really don't want to get the Star Wars game, but I really feel like I'm going to anyway.
I'm gonna get it.
I feel like I'm going to go get it anyway and just have it in my backlog until I beat Death Stranding. Or if I, like, somewhere along the way, I just want to stop playing Death Stranding for a bit and then play Star Wars, probably.
I can't do that. I can't. There all games that have storylines. I can't do. I have to complete the storyline before I go and finish another game.
I mean, it just depends, because if the story is a lot, I'm going to, like, whoa, I need a break from this game because there's a whole lot just happened to me. It just happened, and I'm just like,
that's when I play something else. So I'll play like Apex, or I'll play like Tekken 7,
yeah, like 2-on-1,
or Fallout 76, just to bring my brain to something that's not a storyline, and then that way I can continue playing the storyline game.
or like,
Otherwise I get lost. So I didn't finish Mass Effect Armageddon because
game is ass.
I got lost. I didn't finish
You got lost.
Call of Duty Odyssey because I got lost. I got lost like in my brain.
Call of Duty Odyssey. What?
Not Call of. I'm sorry, Assassin's Creed.
This man is making up games.
I'm sorry.
I don't blame you for not finishing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It's the same shit as Origins. Just
I didn't play Origins.
with like a whole new paint of.
See, Origins didn't intrigue me because it was like that Egyptian. But when Odyssey came out and it was like Roman and
Greek
and stuff like that.
No, it's just Greek.
When it was Greek, yes, that's what I love. I love that era than the Egyptian era. So,
newsflash, buddy. It's still the same fucking game.
I don't care because I didn't play the first. I didn't play.
You're basically still playing Origins.
That's fine.
So,
I'm enjoying. I enjoyed Odyssey.
So you don't. That's why I didn't bother playing Odyssey. It was just like, oh, it's just the same thing.
Then
okay.
I will not bother playing Origins.
So, even though it's funny because I still play 2K on my downtime, and that's the same thing. But
2K.
NBA 2K. Same shit every year.
Every year.
Probably like a couple things they
Same
change.
with wrestling.
Mm-hmm. But I'm not talking about 2K20. They fucked that up. Even the patch that came out apparently doesn't really fix everything for some people.
What game was it? Call of Duty also had some glitches too.
Not that I've seen. I mean, all I've seen was probably like graphics taking a while to catch up, but that's a common thing to happen with all games.
I saw a few pictures of the main guy. They're customizing his face or something, and it had like a nose and then a nose and a nose and a nose and a nose and a nose. So he had like 6 noses on his face.
You can't customize a guy.
Or something like that. I don't know what he was doing, but he had like 6.
I have no idea what he was doing.
I'll show it right here.
You can't customize your characters
right
like that in Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Whatever it was, he had 6 noses on his face.
So, I don't know. I don't look for glitches. I'm not actually looking for them. If they pop up, they pop up. But if they're game breaking, I just don't even bother. Like WWE 2K20.
Garbage.
But
sadness.
But I did hear that there were glitches in Modern Warfare, but I haven't ran into any that were debilitating or otherwise noteworthy as the WWE 2K20. But
that game is broken.
It's a fun game, man. Modern Warfare. It's really fun. It's hard, and it's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. It's not Halo. It's not Call of Duty Halo. So, I love it.
Nice.
I've been doing good in Apex with the guys.
Nice.
We actually won a couple more games this week.
Dope. So how many games do you have? How many games do you have won in your
total? In total, 4.
In your total playtime, total playthroughs?
4. No, actually, 4. I think 4.
Cool.
I don't play Apex like that, so like when I do win, it means something. I'm not.
You achieved.
I achieved my my W for the day, and if I win again the next day, that's another W for that day.
I feel so much better.
But there's nothing really else coming out that we haven't talked about already that's coming out.
Well, we talked about it earlier, but Kakarot is going to the Boo Saga.
Yeah, but we already talked about that.
And then there's just a lot of games that are coming out for PC, which excite me. So, like, Red Dead is coming out for PC.
He has a whole Xbox. He could have been playing it.
I could have been playing it, but listen, a lot of other people were playing it, and I wanted to play it. You know, I do want to play it, so I'm just gonna be playing it on
not
PC,
only that, he's gonna
which is nicer graphics.
So not all he's doing is for nicer graphics.
Hell yes.
I mean, it's cool, but I just rather not wait for PC games, especially when PC games have AAA AAA games ported to PC. You just have a big time thing with day one stuff. So,
and then
I usually just avoid them altogether.
I'm still gonna play that. I mean, I still have The Witcher on PC, which absolutely looks gorgeous. And then
that's the only game I play on PC is Mass Effect and Witcher 3. It's the only games I play on PC. Maybe even Dragon Age. Depends.
And then Doom 64 is coming out. So that remastered, which is going to be really cool.
It's going to be remastered.
It's coming out. Anyway, so
I'm
excited for it because I used to play Doom on the 64. So
everybody played Doom on the 64, man. If you didn't have Doom on the 64 or GoldenEye on the 64, like, what were you even doing?
I had both, and then
but I wouldn't really call it a remaster, though. It's not like they completely remastered the whole game.
But they're redoing it, so I mean, to today's graphics.
No.
So wouldn't.
No. What?
Not today's graphics, but still those graphics, but they're cleaning it up.
Yeah, they just they're just giving it the HD polish and then
Mhm.
like streamlining the controls and things like that. That's why I'm saying I wouldn't really call it a remaster.
Wouldn't that be considered under the remastered? Because it's not. They're not redoing the whole game.
Not redoing this. I guess so. Yeah. Which is not much of a difference. That's why I'm like, it's not really.
I mean, if they were redoing the game, then I would just say, hey, they're redoing the game. Like
Why would they when they have
like when they're doing it, like they're what they're doing for Final Fantasy VII
remake?
A remake, yeah.
No. Because they're too busy remaking the remake. Well, not remake. I guess it's a remake of their initial release of Doom on next gen.
No, it's the same. It's the same thing.
No.
Same game.
I'm talking about Doom Eternal.
Oh.
I'm talking about Doom Eternal because they're busy work. Doom Eternal is just the first game they released for this gen, all over again, just better. I don't think it's a direct sequel. Hold on, let me see. Because last time I heard it was just like, it was a full on remake of the original release.
Of the original Doom?
Not the original Doom, the original release from Bethesda. For the next gen consoles. That Doom game. But I just want to make sure it's actually like a sequel, not like a freaking
I'm excited for it. I love Doom. I love Quake. Serious Sam. Those are some of my favorite games, especially on computer. Oh, they are a blast.
Yeah. So basically, it's just the same game, just bigger, better, and mistakes that they made in that game that they're fixing. But we'll see. But Doom 64, I think they released a Doom collection too on the Switch. I'm not sure.
Yep.
Because I know Doom 64 was part of that.
And then World of Warcraft.
I'm a bit iffy with everything Blizzard, because I know BlizzardCon just happened, or BlizzCon, whatever the hell their con is called now. A little bit iffy. They still, the whole China thing, they refuse to acknowledge that, which is terrible looking already.
The whole China thing. What do you mean?
You don't know what's going on in China?
Mm-mm.
Their rights are being violated. Their privacy rights are completely.
Oh, really?
Fucking. Yeah. Because I think China's installing like cameras, like security cameras and stuff like that. Just a lot of privacy invasion things that the government is doing, and the citizens aren't happy with it.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a tournament going on that Blizzard was hosting, and they cut off this kid talking about the issue. You know, like, all right, you know, his people's problem going on right now, and Blizzard's just like, because China is one of their like big,
yeah,
like, you know.
So they tried to silence the guy.
They tried to silence him. I'm not saying that's why Blizzard did it. I'm not saying that's why they did it. I don't know what's going on at Blizzard. But it's just that when he started talking about it, they just kind of cut him off. So that's kind of shady, you know. It's like why would you? So there's that. Then they have the thing they got going on internally in their company, the way they treat their workers, their employees and stuff like that. So a lot of people aren't happy with Blizzard, no matter what they got going on. Is like, you know, future.
Right. I can understand them cutting off the guy because it's bad publicity. Because it's like, well, we don't agree or disagree with what he's saying.
That's what I'm saying.
We just don't want it out there at all. So
yeah, we don't want to be
off.
Connected with any of this, you know, because it's not our problem.
I can understand that,
but there's a point when you do have to start caring, because that's people's rights.
True,
that
but
they're fucking with,
if your company's at jeopardy because of it, just shut it off. Done. Just like, yeah, just cut it off. Done. So, I agree with that. Excuse me. Okay, yeah. So I agree with that, but
I don't agree with just cutting him off. I agree with letting him air his, be like, show support, because that's all he was trying to do, is just be like, we need all the support we can get because our rights are being violated as a
But then
people
you
of
go
China.
and talk to Bethesda somewhere else.
Bethesda?
Not Bethesda, I'm sorry, Blizzard. Sorry, I got the beast mixed up. But you gotta talk to Blizzard somewhere else, not just
but it had nothing to do with Blizzard.
Take this opportunity to say it because cameras are on you.
It had nothing to do with Blizzard. That was the only reason he did it. It's like, let me take the opportunity to talk about this.
Right.
About this issue going on in our country. Blizzard could have just let him go and continue it. And that was it. Because those were his political views and what he thought was the right thing to do.
Right.
Which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
But the way Bethesda, not you got me saying Bethesda, Blizzard went about it was which is kind of uncool. And I get that. And I understand that. It's like, that's pretty uncool. You just cut him off in the middle of what you're saying.
But you don't want that. You don't want that publicity. The bad publicity.
But the way they went about it still gave him bad publicity.
Just turning off the guy?
Yeah. They didn't... Like, if you're going to do that, because that's a serious issue. That's a serious problem. Imagine if our rights, our privacy rights, were being violated like theirs is right now. And we wanted to speak about it and somebody would cut us off, bro. That's fucked up. Let them finish their spiel.
Okay, so he was in a competition?
It was a tournament. I think he won.
Okay. So let me try and figure this out. So take it for example. We went to CEO in Daytona, right?
Okay.
So what you're saying is the guy, basically, while he was in
used
camera,
this platform.
While he was in camera, he looked at the camera and then just started talking about the problem.
No, he congratulated when he said thing, I want to take this opportunity to talk about this issue going on in China. The problems that are privacy issues and things like that going on, that he was going, and they just cut it off. They didn't be like, oh, we don't have time for that, anything, something like that. They just completely cut off the feed. They cut everything off and just like, whoa.
Okay. I might get some heat. I agree with it.
But they still got the bad publicity no matter how you look at it.
It would be worse publicity if he continued. Because even though, like I said, even though Blizzard might condone or might agree or disagree with what China is doing, you don't want to put it out there. If you know what I mean. You don't want
But it's out there for the world to see.
It's out there for the world to see. But
it's that he just wanted to provide more awareness to the situation on the platform that he's grateful to be on, winning these tournaments and anything that. But in order for them to cut him off and kind of just like not let him finish what he was saying, because it wasn't harmful, what's it going to do to anybody? It's just spreading awareness. We can't do anything about it. We can't go over there and march in China. It's just like, he was just letting us all know, it's like, we want our voices heard, our rights to be valid. Only,
But how many times has somebody won an award at the Emmys and they were saying something during their speech that they shouldn't have said, and that view was cut off also?
I don't know. I don't care about them.
But what I'm saying is, it happens everywhere.
And yeah, it does. And I'm not saying it's right either.
The people,
they're shitty for that too.
Because the people who
I think they're shitty for that too.
The people who are hosting it, the Emmys, whatever, even Blizzard, BlizzCon, they don't want to be in the issues of what's happening. So to prevent that, we gotta not talk about it.
It doesn't matter. By not talking about it,
that's
you're gonna lose
in the eyes of the company.
You're gonna lose your biggest player base, which is China. Period. Their whole player base is basically all of China. We're like a little bit of that number, but their huge player base is in China. A lot of their tournaments are filled with competitors from China, Korea, and things like that. Their player base is mostly of an Asian ethnicity. That's all I'm saying on that. So for them to cut him off looks bad for Blizzard like that. They couldn't just say, hey, like,
what,
we
cut
don't
his
have
mic?
time. Not cut That's exactly what they did.
Oh, I think you meant like cut off the like they were streaming it, and so they cut off the stream.
No.
Okay.
So I just have to go back and make sure. But I just know for the fact that it was because of this issue that they cut him off. They could have at least like, oh look, we don't have time, whatever. Not just completely cut the dude off mid-speech or whatever.
But even if you say that, hey, sorry, we don't have time for this, you're coming out worse. 1, 2, you're still cutting him off.
Either way, it's still a bad look. On
It's
Blizzard.
still a bad luck, but it's the what's lesser of two evils.
Look,
The lesser of two evils was just to cut off the mic.
still don't matter. Blizzard still got the hate for all of it. They still do. They still got some stuff going on internally that I don't agree with either.
Mm-hmm.
The way they're treating of their employees, but that's neither here nor there. Not something we can't do about.
I don't know what they're doing. So
look into it.
okay.
That's all I can tell you about that.
But you can also say the same for WWE and their superstars. Some of their superstars.
I don't know, man. They're pissed off, bro. They're coming out now.
The superstars?
Oh yeah, they're coming out saying stuff.
They're coming out of the woodworks.
Yeah, so but no, that's it for gaming, man. There's nothing else going on in gaming until next week. Until this week, start seeing more stuff.
Mm-hmm. Starting tomorrow.
That's it for me.
So remember, we are on Castbox. CASTBOX, no spaces. It is for our audio podcast. So our conversation like this that we just had, if you don't want to see our faces, or if you're working and you just want to hear what we're saying,
You don't want to see our faces.
You don't want to see our faces.
You don't want to see
Go
our
over
faces.
there. Go over there. Listen to the podcasts. I'm going to put all of the videos that we have previously and put it over there also. Another
if it's
thing,
not already.
what's that?
If it's not already.
Right. We had one episode, which was not our last episode because I was eaten, but
What are you talking about? The last episode was on there.
So go check out Castbox. I also streamed on Twitch last week. I played about an hour and a half of Apex Legends. I will be streaming again on Tuesday. Probably more Apex Legends, maybe something else, maybe some Magic the Gathering, maybe Fallout 76. Who knows? But check that out. Every single time Figure 4 Arcade is live. Every 25 subscribers gets a special gift from us. And just DM us your information, and we'll send you something.
DM us.
Slide into our DMs.
Slide into the DMs.
Another thing before we go is go support your local arcades. We are in communications with, or we're in talks with, a local arcade here where we're going to work on doing some stuff. I'm really excited for it. So, lock it in.
Lock it in.